everybody. It's Sunday, March 29th. This is day 8 of playing Irish tunes every day at 12:30 Central Time here in Madison, Wisconsin. And those first two were some reels from Canada. The first one was a French-Canadian, a Quebecois tune, just commonly known as Old French. I think I first learned that back in Ann Arbor playing for contra dances. And then I know when I first moved to Madison in 1988, I played with a band called Las Gaspé for a while, and we played that tune there. The second one is also kind of Canadian, kind of Scottish. It turns out it was written by the great Scots singer Dougie MacLean, and he calls it the Edmonton Airbus. Don't know the story behind that one, but it's a fun tune, and we always like to play those two together. Turner taught me that one. All right, so next up is a song, and it's called The Jug of Punch. And punch, in this case, I understand it to be kind of a mixture of hot water, whiskey, and sugar. Don't know what else was put in it, but popular in Ireland. Yeah, so. As I was sitting with my glass and spoon one pleasant evening in the month of June, a small bird sat on an ivy bunch, and the song she sang was the jug of punch. Tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay, tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay. A small bird sat on an ivy bunch, and the song she sang was a jug of punch. Oh, let the doctors come, oh, with all their art, they'll make no impression upon my heart. Even the cripple forgets his hunch when he's snug outside of a jug of punch. Tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay, tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay. Even the cripple forgets his hunch when he's snug outside of a jug of punch. What more diversion could a man desire than to sit him down by an alehouse fire? Upon his knee a pretty wench, and upon the table a jug of punch. Tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay, tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay. Upon his knee a pretty wench, and upon the table a jug of punch. Oh, thems that don't like me, they can leave me alone. And if I get drunk, well, the money's me own. I'll tune me fiddle and I'll rosin me bow, and I'll be welcome where'er I go. Tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay, tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay. I'll tune me fiddle and I'll rosin me bow, and I'll be welcome where'er I go. Oh, when I'm dead and in my grave, no costly tombstone will I have. Just place a stone at my head and feet, with a jug of punch at my head and feet. Tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay, tooraloo-aloo, tooraloo-alay. Just lay me down in my native peat. Who's Pete? With a jug of punch at my head and feet. All right, you can pretend you're in the pub on a Saturday night singing along. Darryl sings that song for us, but I had to do it for him because he couldn't be here in quarantine. So, and there's Darryl. Hey, Darryl. I didn't do that song justice. I'm sorry. I did my best. So. All right, time for requests. I had a request to do the Harvest Home Hornpipe, which over in Ireland, turns out is known as the Cork Hornpipe. And of course, Cork is a county down in the south of Ireland. So this goes out to Apprentice who requested it. So. There you go. The Harvest Home Hornpipe, otherwise known as the Cork Hornpipe. Hornpipes have a long history in Ireland and elsewhere. They're most notorious amongst the sailors, especially in the British Navy, because in the time of scurvy, when they didn't have enough vitamin C, it was thought at the time that increasing your circulation by vigorous exercise would prevent scurvy. And so every ship apparently hired a concertina player or a fiddler or somebody to play hornpipes, and the sailors would be forced to dance. Now today, the hornpipe is usually danced in the hard shoes. So if you watch the Trinity Irish Dancers or any of those folks, you can see them doing it, and it's very loud. All right, I played that a little faster than it should have been. So, I have a jig for you. I had to look up a little information about it because it has a funny name. It's called the Kerfunken jig, and it turns out that that's actually a misspelling or misinterpretation. The original name was the Kerfunken with a T, and it's named after a village in Brittany, down in France, which is the Celtic region of France. And the tune was written by Hammy Hamilton. I believe he was a flute player from Ireland, and I learned it from the Lonesome Touch, which is Martin Hayes, great fiddle player from Ireland that now lives in the US. But this goes out to Sheila because she always liked this tune. the Kerfunken jig. Well, I hope everybody's doing well out there. I've got one more tune. It's a farewell tune. This was a request from PK, and it's called The Parting Glass, and it's also one that Darrell would usually sing. It's a great song. It's very well known. It's sung at a lot of funerals, sung with a lot of whiskey around usually, and it's a I don't know. It reminds you of all the people that we miss. So it goes like this. Of all the money e'er I spent it in good company. And of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. For all I've done, for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town who surely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks, her ruby lips, I own she has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades e'er I had, they were sorry at my going away. And of all the sweethearts e'er I had, oh, they wished me one more day to stay. But since it falls to my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. I gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all.